कृष्ण महाबाहो भक्तानां अभयंकरः ये कुतयमानानाम् अपवर्गोऽसि संस्कृते ईश्वर प्रकृतेश्वर माया विदुष्यचिष्यज्ञा केवल्यसिद्धात्मनि सदैव जीवलोकस्य मायामोहितचेतसा यदस्य स्वेन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्मादिलक्षणम् तथायं चावतारस्ते ओ भारतजीर्षया स्वनं चान्यभावानम् अनुध्यानाय शास्त्रे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास के श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री भागवतम भक्तगण की आप सबको लोग जानने वाले भक्तों की हरि हरि बोल।
और वो लोग भेजने वाले रूपदास प्रभु जी की
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। तो चैप्टर 8 चैप्टर 19 41
Yeah, because we didn't complete it. We just left it.
But do we remember what were the reasons that were given by Shukracharya to avoid? What were the reasons? Adaji have written. Please speak.
So,
Take a mic, Adaji. Hare Krishna.
So we discussed that Shukracharya is telling him not to give charity to the Lord. So in reality, you said that he is not a real guru. He is a guru he is very successful as a guru on a material level, right, but he is not spiritually guiding.
So if Sacha Guru rahega, he will take you towards the Lord.
The real goal of life.
But the duplicate Guru will take you towards material life.
So he is giving material reasons to Bali for not giving charity. He is right in a way, but spiritually he is wrong.
Completely wrong.
And then he tells Bali that you should, what is the point of giving away or everything in charity and nothing will be left for you. And so he says that ideally you should divide your wealth in 5 parts: for religion, for reputation, for opulence, for sense gratification, and for family. This is how he's giving him the division of the wealth.
Yes, 5 reasons how one should divide wealth. But my question is, Acharyas have given how many ways?
Given 50, 25, 25, given by Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrit.
That 50% should be used for the Lord.
For the service of Krishna and his devotees.
25%.
For yourself, for your.
And 25%?
For your relatives.
Emergencies.
Emergencies and 25% for your contingent.
Yes.
So that is how he tells him. And he says that such a person who just gives away his wealth on a whim is not happy in this life nor in the next life. He's never happy. And then he says that I can, now since you've given the promise, I can still save you.
Save you from this problem.
From this promise. And he said, because you have not uttered the word Om, which is preceding your promise.
Yes.
So I can
If you want to give promise to anybody, you should utter the
Om.
Om बोलेगा तो संकल्प होगा. Like legally the document if you want to send, you have to get registered. Huh? Or it should be on a stamp paper and it should be registered. Then it is a legal document. ऐसे ही सारे पेपर पे अगर साइन करके दे देगा तो that is not.
Then it stands null and void.
Null and void in the court. So similarly, he is giving the argument that you should have said Om and then you should have given the promise. But you have not said Om, so that you can get out of
So
it.
he's showing him a way to get out.
Then
And then he's comparing he's comparing the body to a tree. He says that the tree only perishes, from where will the fruits and the flowers come? This is the last verse that we did. He was comparing the body to a tree.
Yeah.
Save your body, and he compares it to a tree. If you do not save the body, how will you produce flowers and fruits? So that is how he.
So all these arguments also we discussed last time. Are they right or wrong?
They are right, material.
They are materially right, but spiritually wrong. Can you prove something which is wrong? What he's saying is wrong. I gave you example of Narsi Mehta last time, if you remember. He had nothing, but उसके इतने बड़े-बड़े काम किए भगवान ने, हाँ? पे किसी के काम नहीं हुए. इतने बड़े काम हुए. Can you remember any other where a person has surrendered everything and he has to suffer to the Lord? और उसका काम नहीं हुआ. ऐसा कुछ हुआ है? हाँ? Which example?
Actually, I was giving an example of Sant Tukaram also. He had surrendered everything to Lord. And Shivaji Maharaj, behind his back, he comes and gives so much of riches, food. His family is, hungry. But when he comes and his wife is worn all that jewelry and he's surprised, who are you? So he's telling that you have to choose between me and the jewelry and the food. So she has to give back everything. He's such a surrendered soul.
So we have seen such cases that all this applies on the material level, but not on the spiritual level. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha pariyupasate tesham nityayuktana yoga shri. That those persons who have surrendered me completely, whatever they have, I protect, and whatever they require,
I will provide.
That is the guarantee
Lord
of the Lord. And we have seen from the life of all the Mahajanas, all the saints, how Lord, they have surrendered everything, done everything, and how. Classic example is of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada wanted to become rich person. What he wanted to become? Why he wanted to become rich? Because उनके लिखा था कि सबसे बड़े अमीर आदमी बनने. So he was thinking that मैं business करूँगा तो शायद अमीर हो जाऊँ. But the more he was doing business, what was happening? More losses. 3 times big losses. You imagine in the year 1922 or 32, 10,000 rupees loss. 125 years ago, 10,000 rupees. मतलब कितना होता है डॉलर? Crores of rupees now. More than 100 crores. Because if you can remember, in that day, salaries were 1 आना 12 में कितना थे? 4 में कितना? हाँ? Prabhupada was not able to register the property because he didn't have 500 rupees. झांसी का property. कितना रुपए लिखा? 500 रुपए कम पड़ गया. तो property छोड़नी पड़ी.
But if they're giving settling for 5 crores.
That property. झांसी वाली.
I just went to Jhansi.
अच्छा.
I've been there. For meeting, I was with the president of the temple. And they were saying that they're offering 5 crores now to the blackmailers who have entered into the property. And the settlement is going.
That Prabhupada property that.
Yes. I have all the photographs also.
So that time the Prabhupada didn't have
500.
500 rupees. And that time he had incurred loss of 10,000 rupees. It's a big amount. But he didn't have, हिम्मत नहीं हारा प्रभुपाद नहीं मेरे हाथ में लिखा है भाग्य में लिखा है सबसे अमीर आदमी बनता but Krishna had
Some other plans for it.
and he was right. Krishna is right. And today I can guarantee not Dhirubhai Ambani, no Bill Gates, not even anybody can be compared to Srila Prabhupada, No way. What to speak about the current Dhirubhai Ambani or the time they will go away. Huh? There will be hundreds of years past also. बड़े-बड़े राजा हुए, बड़े-बड़े किंग्स हुए, बड़े-बड़े एम्पायर्स हुए, सब टाइम में क्या हो गया? Walked out हो गए. But we can see every day, next 10,000 years, the glories of Srila Prabhupada will go on increasing day by day, day by day, day by day. का नाम बढ़ता जा रहा है. And he will be the richest person as predicted.
The prediction was wrong.
Yes, the prediction might be wrong. But 50 years Prabhupada, 40, 50 years, he built his empire. And when he went to America, he had only had 40 rupees. Impossible task. Impossible. To go to America with 40 rupees and to establish this ISKCON movement throughout the world. Before leaving the body, he had established 108 centers. हमारा एक सेंटर चालू करने में हमारा हालत खराब हो जाता है.
Ask us the ones.
एक सेंटर खारगर पे चालू करने में भी हालत खराब हो जाती है. This is going on live. You should keep it properly. So, okay. It's going on?
Yes.
Okay, keep that. So, Mataji, we can start further. We can start.
Can we read the verse 41?
Yes, 41.
Canto 8, chapter 19, verse 41. Paragritam apurnam va.
Paragritam apurnam va.
Yattadomiti.
Aksharam yattadomiti.
Yatkinchidomiti.
Yatkinchidomiti tuyat.
Tena vicheta vai puman.
Tena vichetaya puman.
Ikshave sarvamom puman.
Ikshave sarvamom puman. Adamkavena chakvane.
The utterance of the word Om signifies separation from one's monetary assets. In other words, by uttering this word, one becomes free from attachment to money, because his money is taken away from him. Without money is not very satisfactory, for in that position, one cannot fulfill one's desire. In other words, by using the word Om, one becomes poverty-stricken. When one gives charity to a poor man or beggar, one remains unfulfilled in self-realization and in sense gratification.
Please read the purport. What Srila Prabhupada
Maharaj wanted to give everything to Vamanadev, who had appeared as a beggar, but Shukracharya, being Maharaj Bali's familiar spiritual master in the line of seminal succession, could not appreciate Bali Maharaj's promise. Shukracharya gave Vedic evidence that one should not give everything to a poor man. Rather, when a poor man comes for charity, one should untruthfully say, whatever I have given you. I have no more. It is not that one should give everything to him. Actually, the word Om is meant for Om Tat Sat, the absolute truth. Omkara is meant for freedom from all attachment to money, because money should be spent for the purpose of the Supreme. The tendency of modern civilization is to give money and charity to the poor. Such charity has no spiritual value, because we actually see that although there are so many hospitals and other foundations and institutions for the poor, according to the three modes of material nature, a class of poor men is always destined to continue. Even though there are so many charitable institutions, poverty has not been driven from human society. Therefore, it is recommended here, Bhikshave Sarvam Om Purvan Nalam Kamena Chatmane. One should not give everything to the beggars among the poor. The best solution is that of the Krishna consciousness movement. This movement is always kind to the poor, not only because it feeds them, but also because it gives them enlightenment by teaching them how.
You should be very proud that the Food for Life throughout the world, every day, millions and millions and millions of people are fed. Every day. Huh? It is not collectively known, but individually, like you go to Mayapur, you know, even if you go to a temple, at least some khichdi prasad, something you will get to eat. And that is not ever counted actually. You know, sometimes people do itna daan kar dete hain and they feel, "Arey itna daan kar rahe, itna daan." But if you collectively see throughout the world, the food that ISKCON is distributing, I can proudly say nobody can be distributing so much collectively that what food ISKCON is distributing.
But during COVID.
COVID, so everything was shattered. The record shattered earlier. But now also regular also. Routine में भी एक आदमी आएगा उसको दोना हलवा शीरा तो मिलेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको नहीं मिलेगा कुछ भी खाने को. आप वृंदावन में जाओ, वृंदावन में से जैसे ही बाहर जाओगे, खिचड़ी का इतना दोना इतना भर के मिल जाता है, तो सफिशिएंट.
और गरम.
That khichdi is so powerful. Khichdi prasad. If you eat two things, then you are sufficient. So that khichdi prasad and Food for Life, what are distributing, what to speak about giving in the schools and what to speak about other things. So that is one of the greatest things. So here what Srila Prabhupada is not only feeding the poor, the word that is used over here. Yeah, please read.
We are therefore opening hundreds and thousands of centers for those who are poor, both in money and in knowledge, to enlighten them in Krishna consciousness and reform their character by teaching them how to avoid illicit sex, intoxication, eating and gambling, which are the most sinful activities and which cause people to suffer life after life. The best way to use money is to open such a center where all may come, live and reform their character. They may live very comfortably without denial of any of the body's necessities, but they live under spiritual control and thus they live happily and save time for advancement in Krishna consciousness. If one has money, it should not be squandered away on nothing. On nothing, it should be used to push forward the Krishna consciousness movement so that all of human society will become happy, prosperous, and hopeful for being promoted back home back to Godhead. The Vedic mantra in this regard reads as follows.
Please read. Paragava
Paragva etadriktam aksharam yadetam om iti tadyat kinchit om iti ahatre vasmai tadrichyate sayat sarvam om puryad dricyat atmanam sa kamevyo nalam sya.
See, Prabhupada purport, the main thing that we have to understand, distributing knowledge to a person is more important. Distributing knowledge. And in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, God says that this knowledge, like the jnana knowledge, if somebody gets, it will help him purify completely. And all his sins will get destroyed. There is no better dhan than giving the knowledge about the soul. Jnana dhan, Gita dhan is the biggest dhan. क्योंकि क्या है, I always say about this example, मेले में बच्चा घूम गया था, एक ने कपड़ा दिया, somebody gave him food, somebody gave him cloth, somebody gave him medicine, but one person took him and took him to his father because he knew who was his father. He didn't give him food, he didn't give him clothing, he didn't give him medicine, but he took him, who was lost, and connected him with his father. And that is what ISKCON is doing. That is what Srila Prabhupada is doing. We are lost in this material. We have forgotten our way out. Srila Prabhupada is taking us, holding our hand and connecting with to our books. And that is what ISKCON is doing. And that is what you all are doing by spreading Bhagavad Gita knowledge and giving the Bhagavad. Connecting that soul with Krishna. That's why the fourth person who is doing that seva of connecting the lost person to the father, actual father, is the greatest seva. उसको सच्चा वेलफेयर कहा है. कपड़ा, मेडिसिन, खाना पीना अच्छी बात, लेकिन it will not solve his real problem. Then you will get that knowledge that he is a part and parcel of the Lord. Then you get that knowledge that I eternally belong to Lord. This is not my word. I am stuck because of my karma reaction. I have to go back to my original place. And the only way is by going back is bhakti, pure bhakti. When he understands all that thing, then automatically all his problems are taken care by the Lord. Taken care by the Lord. And that is the real service that Srila Prabhupada is doing. The Gita Yajna, Gita Dhyan. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning in this in the purport. Okay. Now coming back to the situation. Here Shukracharya is saying about Om. Now he is giving the reason that Om ne kaha hai, so you can escape
from your problem.
और ये भी बताया कि you should tell lie. मैंने तो सब देख लिया. Why he is telling all these things? मेरा क्या होगा? Then who will maintain me? Because there are certain gurus and certain brahmanas and certain people who are more worried about the yajman के यजमान हमारा हमेशा हरा भरा रहे. You know, he is always so हमारा भी काम चलता है. So that type of brahmanas or that type of we do not want. That will not help you to go back to the spiritual world. So here in Bhagavatam you learn about the false brahmana or false guru and who is a real guru. False guru or real false brahmana are interested in their welfare. और अपना welfare के लिए उन लोग 10 रास्ते बताएंगे सीखने वाले को. क्या? कि ये जो कर रहे हो आप गलत कर. But the real guru will direct that person towards Krishna. And he will be more dependent on the Krishna. He will not try to make some way out. हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम नहीं आते तो हम बोलते हैं हमारे पास तो कुछ है नहीं. हाँ, हमारे को पूरा फेथ है राधा राज की है. What we try to say, we have complete faith in. If you have problem, go over there. चिट्ठी रख दो. I always say चिट्ठी रख दो. जो आंसर आ रहे हो उसको एक्सेप्ट. लेकिन हाथ जोड़ के, you know, in the prayer you should tell the Lord, please show out a way. How can I get out of this problem? And he will definitely help you out. Okay, go further, Mataji.
Therefore, the safe course is to say no. Although it is falsehood, it protects one completely, draws the compassion of others towards oneself, and gives one and it gives one full facility to collect money from others for oneself. Nonetheless, if one always feels that he has nothing, he is condemned, for he is a dead body while living, or while still breathing, he should be killed.
So what is Shukracharya trying to say over here in this message? Read the purport.
Beggars always present themselves as possessing nothing. This may be very good for them because in this way they are assured of not losing their money and of always drawing the attention and compassion of others for the sake of their life. But this is also condemned. If one purposely continues this professional begging, supposed to be dead while breathing, or according to another interpretation, such a man of falsity should be killed while still breathing. Vedic injunction, such a man, falsity should be killed while still breathing. The Vedic injunction in this regard is as follows. Athaitat purnam abhyatmam yan neti sayat sarvam eti bruyat papi prasya kirtis jagate tainam tatraiva anyam. If one continuously poses himself as possessing nothing and collects money by begging, killed. Tainam tatraiva anyam.
Shukracharya is trying to say, अपने आप को बचाने के लिए अगर झूठ भी बोलना पड़ा बहुत ही क्लियर ठीक है क्या yeah please lie not a problem I guess at least you will be safe कुछ तो बच जाएगा तुम्हारे पास हाँ otherwise you will give everything you will take everything you will come on road beggar और दूसरा एक और बता रहे अपने आप को ज्यादा शो मत करो कि मेरे पास ये है वो है दिखाई मत करो don't show off your money the more you show off more people will come it's better not to show your wealth because the moment you show your wealth what will happen people will come to take you that is what he is trying to teach and he is trying to teach all this is completely right on material level, but completely wrong when it comes on the level of spirituality. Why? Because we know the story of Shakshi Gopal, which is going on nowadays. How the younger Brahmana, it was not a story of marriage. The Shakshi Gopal story, why Lord walked from Vrindavan. It is not to get married, give marriage, but no, it is the truthfulness about the younger Brahmana to protect the senior Brahmana from the Vaishnava Aparadha, to be a proof that whatever seva he had done was causeless and selfless. So that causeless and selfless seva which the younger Brahmana had done, उसकी साक्षी मूर्ति करने के लिए Lord walked from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri, and to protect the senior Brahmana. हाँ?
इसे कैसे किया भगवान ने करके
नहीं मतलब कैसे किया वो वेरी फास्ट
दोनों चलते हैं
दोनों चलते हैं 100 days. How many days? 100 days walking happened. Lord had told not to see back. You will always listen my
bells, ankle bells.
Ankle bells. You will listen my ankle bells. I am walking, and you should provide me the prasad. Just behind like this. But when the village came nearby, he was more curious. And he turned, and Lord stood there as it is. And then Lord told, bring them over here. I will tell you. Yes, this Brahmana had sincerely served the old one. And because of his sincerity, the old Brahman
I promised
promised
the daughter's hand in marriage.
the daughter's hand that he is the right person, even though he doesn't have money, but he is the right person who will take care of my daughter. And he promised, and he told, no, I don't want it. Because seva is not done for something in return. Then that is not seva. That is not seva. Pure is not pure seva. If you are doing in return. That's why he didn't want it. But he was insisting. Who?
The elder Brahmana.
Elder Brahmana was insisting. No, I want to live. Because when a girl goes, riches also goes with it. Riches also. So that is what actually was happy to give his riches as well as the girl to. And he knew that the family over there will never accept it. Will never accept. And that's why I told where is Gopala. So he promised in front of the Gopala. I promised in front of Gopala that I will give you. But the situation went astray over there. The son was, and the entire family became against the senior Brahman. And he was in a very tight situation. He was forced to say lie or keep silence. From the heart, he was saying, Lord, please protect. He was also protecting. And to that seva bhava, because Vaishnava seva is very important. What is? And causeless Vaishnava seva is more important. And to Shakshi for that causeless seva, Lord walked from Vrindavan. So, what I'm trying to say over here, he is trying to speak, tell truth, मतलब false. But if he is a devotee, देखो यज्ञ कर रहे थे, Bali Maharaj was doing a yajna over there, and for whom they were doing this yajna? For Vishnu only. And now Lord Vishnu has come. Acharya will say, इनको भगाओ, इनको भगाओ, मेरा क्या होगा? हाँ? ये लेके चले जाएंगे सब, फिर हमारा क्या बचेगा? What will I? How will I maintain it? So he was more worried himself by speaking. So when Swaraj comes in the Guru, then the knowledge total उल्टा हो जाएगा. क्या हो जाएगा? Then he will speak what suits him. And that is what we listen from Shukracharya. That he is more worried about himself. And that's why he is giving some उल्टा सा रास्ता होता है. झूठ बोलो, क्या बोलो? एटलीस्ट झूठ बोल दो तुम्हारा पैसा सब बच जाएगा. क्या है? हाँ, लूपहोल बता रहा है. Okay. And at the same time, his advice is show off मत करो यार. What? So he's right or wrong from material point of view? ये बात सही है क्या रहा है? हाँ. और झूठ भी बोलना पड़ता है अपने आप को बचाने के लिए. और ये भी बात सच है कि materially if you show more, there will be more people to come. इसीलिए बोलते हैं तीन चीज को हमेशा ढक के रखना चाहिए. एक तो खाना, three things should be always good. खाना, पैसा और स्त्री. अपनी पत्नी को बचा के रखना, ज्यादा एक्सपोज भी नहीं. ये ढक के रखना चाहिए. ये तीन चीज को ढक के रखना चाहिए. धन को, स्त्री को, मटीरियल के ऊपर. किसके ऊपर? धन को, स्त्री और अन्न. अन्न को भी आप जितना हो सके कवर, और आगे समय भी सबको दिखाओ क्या क्या खा रहे हो. ये तो नजर पड़ती. तुम्हारे में रसमलाई होगा और इसमें नहीं होगा बेचारा, he will be thinking why I don't have rasmalai. So three things here. So see, Bhagavatam will teach you material things also and spiritual things also. Bhagavatam will show you what is materially wrong and spiritually right also. Bhagavatam will teach you how Shukracharya will become a Swarthi. He becomes selfish and how he is trying to make a way out of the Shastra, not to give to the Lord. Right? So how a false guru behave in their life? That is one of the way. When Swarth comes in anybody's life, he will not give you
advice.
proper advice. अगर उसका स्वार्थ है निजी स्वार्थ, और ये यहाँ का क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल है. Okay, read further.
तेषु नर्मा विवाहे च
हाँ, और किस किस जगह पे शास्त्र में बोलता है कि झूठ बोल सकते हैं आप? क्या बोला? एक और सिचुएशन आप झूठ बोल सकते हैं, तो इसमें वेरी नाइसली बताया. बोलते हैं स्त्री इश्यू. हाँ, मतलब जब ये flattering a woman, when you want to flatter a woman, you can say अपना वो स्त्री इश्यू, the word that is used is then नर्म विवाह है. जोकिंग इन मैरिज सेरेमनी. मैरिज सेरेमनीज में भी जोक. देन विवाह करने में भी है ना, बहुत बार झूठ बोलते हैं लोग. अरे हमारी लड़की तो ऐसी है, हमारा लड़का तो ऐसा है. शादी के बाद मालूम पड़ता है लड़का नहीं. शादी के पहले तो सब हरा हरा बता देते, बिफोर द शादी. बट बाद में मालूम पड़ता है ये क्या हो गया.
लड़के लोग पैसा का बाद में नहीं निकलते.
So here he is giving the reasons where in material world he can say lie. With women, when flattering a woman, in weddings, to arrange weddings, मैच करने के लिए झूठ. Then what else? हाँ, business. When you are doing business, उसमें भी आप झूठ बोल सकते. क्योंकि अगर सच बोला तो कमाएंगे कैसे? जब आप किसके पास भी जाते हो, तो when he says that मैं तो पूरा आज उसमें एक रुपया नहीं कमा, तो बोलते सबसे बड़ा झूठ बोल रहा है. I'm not earning anything. If he says like that, means he is selling lie. Complete white lie. अरे कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है इसमें. So in business also you have to say lie, नहीं तो फिर आप उसमें कमा नहीं सकते. इसलिए लेडीज लोग जब जाती है ना, when the ladies go in the market and when they bargain, they sell 3 times more the price, or then they reduce it half. So ladies को लगता है I increase the rate, but they know ladies का habit कैसा रहता है. They are earning, but they know if I say 100 rupees, then if the price is 100, they will start with 300, and then they will reduce, and they will say 150, 120, 130, and they say how nice. Especially my wife, she feels very good when she does this.
We will give some books. Subject. Which says privilege of a woman is to bargain.
No. So here it is said, business. You cannot do if you say completely
The truth.
Then
When one's life is in danger.
please write these things on the board. प्रभु जी, कहाँ आप झूठ बोल सकते हो? Today's lesson.
Which one you allow?
In material world. but it comes with a karma reaction. And we are not interested in karma reaction. We are interested in getting out of the karma reaction. So if you want karma reaction, then do all these things. Official lie in material world, which Shukracharya is telling Bali Maharaj, where you can lie. First is with women. What? Flattering a woman. To bring her under control. अरे आपके जैसा और कौन है?
अपने यंग बच्चे encourage हो जाएंगे.
No, this is what Shastra is saying.
Not me.
This is what Shukracharya is saying. Triyeshu, then Narma Vivaha, during arranging a wedding. Huh? In wedding also? Then Vritte Artheshu, in business also? On money you have to say right. Then Prana Sankateshu.
When one's life is in danger.
One life is in a danger. At that time also you can speak lie. Then go Brahman.
Protect cows.
गाय को बचाने के लिए और ब्राह्मण, go Brahman to protect Brahmanas and cows. Then Himsa.
From an enemy's hand.
When you are going to be killed by the enemy's hand, at that time also if you tell lie and at that time if you say lie, it is not considered as wrong. क्या सुंदर, ज्ञान दे रहे हैं. So beautiful knowledge he is giving to whom? हमारा जैसा रहेगा तो Guru, you are very great. You are great Guru. I should accept you, whatever you say. Huh? Right? If हमारे जैसे को ऐसा chance मिल जाए तो we will take more such type of chance. And that's why in the Bhagavatam में, when 17 Purans were written, Shukdev, Vyasadev himself was not satisfied by writing the 17 Purans. Why? Because Naradji came and told, you have given lot of to do and what not to do. What will the people do, They will take what suits them. क्या है? And what you are telling to do with that, they will not do that. And they will use your Shastra to prove that Ishwar kaha hai. That's why I do it. But with that, what are the conditions applied? You will not do. Classic example with the Muslims. Muslims, that killing of animals, halal. It is said that when you cut, you should have eye and eye contact. With whom?
With the animal.
With the animal. No pain should be there. उसका गला काट देगा और उसे आंसू नहीं आना चाहिए और उसको जरा भी दुख नहीं होना. क्या नहीं होना चाहिए? और you should first of all 5 टाइम नमाज करना पड़ेगा. क्या करना पड़ेगा? पूरे दिन. You should be a 5 time namaz who is doing namaz throughout the life 5 times. And then you should cut it. And with the condition that he should not have pain. So there is it. Is it possible? No. Is it possible? No. It is like saying you can speak, you can smoke the cigarette, but with one condition, dua mat maarna. Name dua mat maarna. It's not dua. Is it possible? अरे जो जो आदमी, you know what I'm trying to say, if he is a godly man, he will never ever try to, first of all, cut. And it is impossible that you cut a person and no pain can happen. So there are many conditions with that cutting, but people will take cutting and not leave the conditions. And that is what now being told to
Vyasadeva.
Vyasadeva, that 17 Purans you have given. People will take what suits them and people will leave
Injunctions.
injunctions. And that's why you are not satisfied yourself. जो बनाने वाला है, the person who has written, he himself is not satisfied. Then how the person who is reading will be satisfied? And that's why you write the conclusion of all this, the pure Purana, that is Bhagavad. And that's why you will find all these injunctions are there, but people will use in a wrong way and say, ये तो बोला है शास्त्र में, तो आज से हम ऐसा सब करेंगे. Right? They will use this. ये थोड़ा गलत कर रहे हैं. I'm not doing this anything wrong. For flattering the woman, I will tell her, what's the problem? It is said in the Shastra. क्या बोलेंगे? Huh? To bring a woman in the control, if you want to say lie, say lie. But our Acharya says, engage the woman, engage the family, engage everyone in Krishna. Give them bhakti. Give them bhakti. Give them that actual knowledge that they are spirit soul. We all are part and parcel. Give them the real knowledge. Connect with Krishna. And control through love. You should control through love and service. You serve in such a way that he is bound by your service, not by force. That is what our acharyas teach. Right? इतनी सेवा करो कि वो खुद जुड़ जाए. That is what we have to learn. But if you use this in a wrong way, what will happen? Karma reaction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. It's already 9:10. We will close the class over here. So what are the important lessons in Bhagavatam class today we learned about life? Do बोलने के बाद